Hi, my name is Noe Lucas, and today I will be talking about culture conflict theories um, within the class of criminology, Intro to Criminology. So the topic that I did choose was culture conflict theory. Without being said, which was primarily developed by Thorsten Selin in back in 1938. And from what I've learned, the theory explains basically that crime often results from conflicts between the norms and values of different cultural groups. Um, in Selin's book, Culture, Conflict, and Crime, he argues that each group in society has its own conduct norms or rules about proper behavior. When the norms of one group clash with the laws of the dominant society, behavior that seems normal within one culture may be labeled criminal by another. Um, in this conflict here, or yeah, in this conflict, um, I've come to understand that there are different societies in which uh, young people, young adults grow. For them, violence could be something normal throughout their whole entire life as they grow up with that type of environment. For others, because they don't seem to understand the that type of environment, the conflicts that come with it, they don't understand how to perceive or how to um, be able to interact with somebody who actually comes from those environments. Another was that I learned from subcultural theory, which expands on the idea, um, which was developed by Albert K. Cohen. This theory actually suggests that some groups, especially lower class youth, develop their own value systems when they cannot achieve success through socially approved means. Uh, from my understanding, um, this theory here is basically um, young kids, young adults, or whatever, setting up their own rules, meaning that they come together to basically act up on toughness, defiances, or rule breaking. Um, because a lot of members feel excluded from mainstream opportunities. So instead of accepting society standards, they create alternative norms that give them the status and identity. Um, the third one I would the third one is violent subcultures, which basically touches bases on both the subcultural theory and cultural conflict and crime. This violent subcultures, which was introduced by Marvin Wolfgang and Franco Ferracuti, adds another layer to basically all these other conflicts. This theory alone argues that in some communities, violence is an accepted and expected way of responding to conflict or disrespect. Um, in these subcultures, aggressive behavior may be encouraged and even respected. From this perspective, violence is not random, but it is learned and reinforced with a specific social environment. Um, I also learned of delinquency and drift, which was developed by David Matza, which suggests that young people move back and forth between conventional and deviant behavior. Um, Additionally, differential opportunity theory, created by Richard Cloward and Lloyd, I'm sorry, Lloyd Olin, which explained that the access to legitimate and illegitimate opportunities varies by social class and neighborhood. Um, so overall, from my point of view, I believe crime often reflects deeper social and cultural disagreements about acceptable behavior. Culture conflict theory helps me see crime as a product of social interaction and inequality rather than simply individual wrongdoing.